Hello friends, welcome or welcome back to 8 Moon Phases. My name is Chivis and we are starting part 3 of our moon project, our cross stitch moon project. There's been a few advances, there's been a few changes. If you guys remember in my last video, I told you I had bought something, which I will show you guys in a bit. But before we get started, if you haven't already, please make sure you hit that subscribe button. Enable that notification bell. That way you'll be notified every time that I upload a video. If at any point throughout this video you like what you see, make sure you hit that like button. It is free and it helps a lot. I'm going to go ahead and give you guys an update of where we are so far. We had planned to have one of the pages done from the pattern every month. We haven't been able to do that. Now it is week 5, I believe. And we're close. We're very, very close. But I wanted to show you that I did end up getting the frames that I had ordered. It is just a rectangular. There is a tube on the back that holds the fabric. And then these are like little clamps that just cross over it. And it stretches the whole part. It kind of helped me with just drawing the grid all over it. And here's where we are so far. Because we see we have advanced quite a bit. We just need to fill in these remaining squares and then we will be able to move on to the next page. So I think within this next week, we should be able to complete this part. And then I still need to finish the white here as well, which would kind of set us about a week and a half behind. But hopefully we're able to catch up once we continue this next part. If you guys remember in the pattern, this next part is showing us already the start of the title. So we are going to have a little bit more change in color. I don't know how that's going to affect our speed. I know that I do have some parts here missing that have different color threads, which I would need to go and get from the bag that we put them all in. Right now it has been relatively easy, again, because all of it is one solid color minus the little markings. So these little pink marks are stitches that don't have this background color. So it's been pretty easy because we honestly just go and fill in row after row after row after row of the same color, which has been moving the process along quite a bit. However, once I start with the changing of the colors, I don't know how much that's going to take us or how fast we're going to be able to go. I'm assuming that once we get used to it, we'll be able to move a little bit faster. We can carry the thread, we can just move it along and go from there. As far as the edges, I have started doing this side edge as well, which has helped quite a bit. I'm just missing now this little piece down here as well as the bottom, but I'll get to it eventually. This does cause the project to not be as transportable, but for the most part, I've just been working on it from home. I'm still here. I've just been working on it from home. So that has helped quite a bit. This frame that I bought did have included two frames, and the other one I have used for the other cross stitch project that we are working on, which is this one. I know that you guys don't know what the image is. I haven't shown you, but just wanted to show you that I did use it. It's a smaller frame, so I was able to add it to this one, and we're working quite along. I'm doing the pink, which is the black technically, the background color, and then we started filling in this blue thread here. Matches my hair a little bit. And we're just kind of going in to fill in. What I have noticed that these frames do, especially more for this one than the bigger one, if you see that the fabric kind of like caves in because you do kind of push on it to move the needle along. Maybe it's because it's not wrapping all the way around. Maybe once we pull it over, fill in this part here and we pull it over, it might help with the stretch a little bit. But I haven't had this issue with the moon one. Today is February 22nd. It is a Sunday. Next Sunday, I may or may not be able to do an update. I will be traveling because I do have my race on Sunday, which would be March the 1st. And I might just take it with me. It's going to be a quick trip. I'm going to leave Saturday super early, travel, get there Saturday afternoon-ish, pick up my race packet, and then do the race on Sunday. I'm still debating, depending on how I finish the race. If I'm too tired, I might stay. If I get a little bit of rest and have like a second wind to drive back, then I should be back home Sunday night, Sunday evening. Um, and I'll probably be able to do the update then, or I'll do it on the road, or I'll do it from the hotel. But you guys will see it once it gets done. But yeah, here's where we are so far. I'm excited that we're finally finishing up that last page. It's very time consuming. I'm enjoying it. I really, really am. I'm enjoying it. That frame has helped quite a bit. I don't have to be moving the frame that much. So as of right now, you guys saw the coverage that we have. And once I start filling in the edges, I'll be able to pull that over. I don't know how well that's going to work once we have the middle of the project in the frame. What I have been doing is that I lay it on the table, and then half of it is laying on my hand. So it's more, I don't want to say stable, because when I was able to hold it in my hand, it kind of helped, but my hand doesn't get as tired. However, I do have to maneuver around the frame to be able to get under the stitches, but it's worked so far. I'm going to continue to use it to see how we go. I did have to cut another lot of, this is the background color, and I'm just kind of cutting a few as we go. I had to refill it already because I had finished most of this already. So yeah, you guys see a little bit here, but this is update for week 5 or week 1 of month 2. I hope you guys enjoyed. I'll see you guys next week for another update. I was out of town running a half marathon, and honestly, all of last week I was so busy that I didn't get to work on the project at all. I logged 0 hours on this project. However, yesterday when I settled back here, I started working and just kind of filling in all these spots. So we are a little bit behind. Again, our goal of doing one project or one pattern page per week doesn't seem very plausible at this moment, but that's where we currently are. I think I've been enjoying it, and I think that's all that matters. It'll get done when it gets done. I do have one more week of work, and then we'll have spring break. So hopefully during that week, if I'm not traveling much, I'll be able to get something done or advance a little bit more on this project. I'll see you guys again for checking in on Sunday. Alrighty, it is Sunday, March the 8th, and we're doing our weekly update on our project. It's just every week it seems further and further away. This week I only worked on the project about 33 minutes. And that's because I kind of forced myself. I have a few projects that are due at the end of this week, so that's what I've been prioritizing. If you guys are watching the videos, and you can see them there, I'm working on a bunny currently, and I'm working on 18 keychains that I have to make for my class as a reward. So I've only finished up this part here, and I was going to continue here, but I haven't done that yet. I did take it on my trip last week, but no chance at all to work on this. So I am falling very much behind. We're still on the first page of the pattern, and we should be well through about almost half of the second page, and we don't have that much left for the first page, but it's just finding the time. I would love to be able to take it to work, but it's kind of big to be able to take it and work on it at school, like during my lunchtime or whatever, but I don't have the time. I don't have the time. I'm hoping this next week. So I have one more week left of school, of work, and then we have spring break. So even though I've already booked all week on working on different projects, I want to finish the quilt. I want to, what else did I want to work on? There's a few other little projects that I have to finish or want to finish up, but anyway, we will continue to work on this. We still have to finish our other embroidery piece as well that is still packed in my bag from previous. Well, I took both of them on the trip to see which one I could work on, but I worked on neither of them. So hopefully this week, I get some time. I do get out Friday. I think we are having a half day. Students don't go on Friday, so it should be fairly quick. I know tomorrow we do have to stay a little bit later because we have a staff meeting, but after that, again, this week my priority is to finish this bunny that I'm working on and the keychains. And then maybe if I'm able to finish them around Wednesday, Tuesday, Wednesday, maybe, then I'll have a little bit throughout the week to work on this. But as soon as I'm done with that, oh, I've also been working on this one because I'm falling behind on this project as well. So this is our weekly update. This next update is going to be very short or very boring. I may have to push it to do a 2-month update instead of 1 month, depending on how we progress these next few days. But there's the update. I'll see you guys next week for the next one. Hopefully I have better progress, better news for you guys, but we shall see. This is not the official update, but we're almost done. I finished all the white already. All of the white, all of this. There's a few missing stitches here. I did put the black color in, but there's a few stitches, mostly all of what is pink. Like these little marks right there. Those are all missing stitches, but I'll get those put in eventually. They're just like random. There's a few gray ones, a few like ash color, and all the other ones that I have, but we're almost done. I consider this a win. I will give you guys an official update a little bit later. I'm going to continue working on it, and then hopefully we're moving on to this next part of the page. Hey friends, so today is March 15th. We have about one more week before our official moon update, which will be on the 22nd, I believe, somewhere around that weekend. I am thinking about cutting down videos. I know that I'm only currently doing 2 per week, and I might just cut it to 1. At least until summer break, which is about 9 more weeks, simply because I am getting busy, and starting the week we come back, I have to stay for tutoring, etc., etc., etc. And then just getting ready for end of year, which is quite hectic. So if that is the case, then you guys will know this in another video before this one. But yeah, I wanted to give you guys an update. I know I showed you guys a little bit of a clip of how we were doing, and I just want to show you that we have finally officially finished the first page. It starts up here all the way down to right here. I know it's like a half split, but that's fine. I might continue with the rest of it later tonight. It is quite late-ish, but I'm probably going to continue working on it a little bit. I don't have to get up early tomorrow, so I have some time. I also need to catch up on the owl. I'm quite ahead. Well, not ahead. I'm a little bit behind. However, I'm very close to finishing it. I just have the legs and a few more little petals to finish, but nothing too bad. However, the other design is up. But anyway, this video is not about that. Just wanted to show you guys, again, the little specks that are missing are just like random colors that I can put in later. I don't want to add too many. I already have like a few different color strands. I have some black, some of the white, which is the edge, and then I believe this one is like a cream color. And then I have 4 different ones up here, and I don't want to continue to add more because then I'm going to get confused as to which color is what. But here's where we currently are for this update, for this unofficially have completed this first page. So now we're going to move on to the next one, which I believe has a little bit of lettering, or starting the title, which is, I think it says the moon. So we are going to start to see a bit of variety in this now. I'm kind of like enjoying it for now, because since it is all like it is very monotone. It is very like just continuous work that I'm doing because it's a single color. Bring you guys a little closer so you guys can see it. Yeah. So as you can see, it is, same stitch, same color over and over and over and over again. And we still see that a few, but I'm trying to enjoy it now because once we start getting a little bit lower, I know that we're going to start with all the changes in color. I'm sorry if I'm hitting the mic and it sounds weird. I just realized it. But I know that all the changes in colors and threads is going to be a little bit more tedious once I start on that. So I'm kind of just enjoying the process that I have right now of doing the same color. But yeah, this is where we are. I'll leave the update here and then I'll see you guys next week to round up this video. And no, actually, this is the last official update because next Sunday's video or next Sunday's update will go into the next video. I don't know. TBD. Once I edit it, I will know. And then I'll come back and either do the closing of the video, the outro, or I'll do that in next week's video. But here's where we are so far. Finally, 2 months later, almost 2 months into the project. Well, no, 1 month late. So we're a little bit behind on this. Again, there is about technically there's 16 of these pages. However, the last page and the last page on the left, well, right, I guess, and the bottom row is not complete. I think the bottom row is maybe like 2 or 3 squares, or yeah, these little grid squares. And the left side I believe might be around 6. Let me see, 1, 2. No, complete one is 6. I think it's about 4, and the bottom one is maybe 1 or 2. So I'm not counting those as complete. I might be able to, I don't know, finish a few in a month, but it's been very tedious. If this is the last update video, then I'll do the outro with all the calculations. I haven't worked on it that much this month. Last month, I believe we had a total of 15 days that we had worked on it. For this one, I believe counting today is like 9 days, I think. I know it's getting lower and lower, but and that's part of the reason why I kind of want to just focus on doing one video per week, because it just gives me a little bit more time to edit, a little bit more time to just get things going. But anyway, we're leaving it here. I will see you guys next week for the final update, or sometime soon for the outro. Either way, you guys will see the update for this video next Sunday, the 22nd, I believe it is. But alrighty. Ladies and gentlemen, we are here. We are gathered here today to conclude this video. I was supposed to have it out Monday, and today is Tuesday. So we're a little bit behind. But spring break, traveling, catching up on all this other stuff. But it's all right. Currently, I am working on the keychains for my students. I still have not finished those. If you watch the other videos, you know what that's about. But we're about halfway through. I know I've had to tell them that we run a little bit behind, but it's all right. It'll get done. They know that I will get them done. But this is the conclusion of this month's update for our moon cross stitch pattern. If you guys saw the last little clip, we have completed page 1. Finally, 2 months in, or 2 months late, we have completed the first page. I have still not had a chance to continue it. I did take my other embroidery projects on the trip. It was just easier to maneuver, easier to travel with. So I took those. Let me quickly do the math on the time that we worked on our project this month. And then I will come back and I'll give you the final numbers for the month of, well, end of February to end of March, or yeah, mid-February to whatever, the 20th to the 20th. I'll be right back. Alrighty, so for the second month, I have worked on it a total of 10 days. That is 5 days less than last month, since month one. And the total hours have been 11 hours and 25 minutes. So let's write that here. Month two is 11:25 with a total of 11 days worked on it. So that's 4 days less, and that is 8 hours, about 8 hours less, because month one was 1926. So in the total of 2 months, we have worked on this project for 30 hours and 51 minutes. Doesn't seem like a lot. Um, it's been about 30 minutes per day. So we are a little bit behind. We have worked on it a lot less than I would have liked to, especially in this month. But second semester in school is usually the busiest one. I mean, I say that, and honestly, it's it's always busy. But hopefully, I can get back to it. I think I've been working on a lot of projects, but they're projects that take a long time. So I don't have a lot to show for it. But again, I'm still working on my quilt. I've been working on a few crochet projects. I finished the bunny. I finished the sloth. I've finished the blanket. I don't have it with me, but I will update you guys on another video later. The yellow and gray one. I got to finish that one also over my spring break. And currently I'm working on 18 little animal keychains that I have to have done very, very soon. So it's not that I haven't done anything, it's just time is not enough. And I'm going to be very honest, sometimes I just get home and I feel like laying in bed for an hour. Sometimes I nap, sometimes I just lay there, and I'm okay with it. I have continued running. Currently, I don't have a race planned. I know there's one coming up in April, but I don't know if I'm going to do it because it's very close to. I can't ask for any days because of testing season. And the race is on a Sunday, and I would need to be back by Monday. So I'm debating. I'm debating on that one. I'm still holding out, but I've already registered for the half marathon again for next year. So that one's in the books, and it's not going to be until next year. So I have some time to plan. I do want to run another half marathon in October. So I need to find one in October, but that's besides the point. Like I'm still trying to keep busy. I'm trying to keep active, and not let go of that. So remember, goals at the beginning of the year. One of them was consistency, and I'm trying to maintain that. So that's it. That's it for now. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys made it all the way till here, make sure that you hit that like button. And if you haven't already, subscribe. I will see you guys next month for an update on this cross stitch one more time. And I will continue to see you weekly for any other videos. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.